Cavs got some good wins over the weekend. Washington, of course, look, they're a disappointment. But Boston, a team that wants to beat the Cavaliers, and the Cavaliers, after falling behind, dominated the Celtics. So, Michael Ray guy, are you starting to think the Cavs have turned a corner?
There's only 21 games left, and we're still discussing this.
Still discussing.
There, that tells me that to expect anything to change with this basketball team is going to be lunacy. Look, they're the type of team that they hit a switch when they decide we better play tonight and try to bring our A game, fine. And others, they just kind of meander their way through. I'm done trying to figure them out. It's on them, players, so they got to show up and get to the finals and win a championship. Otherwise, don't point fingers at everybody else, period.
Bud, are you feeling good after a good weekend?
Well, no, I don't think they've turned a corner. I do think that in coming up with a different lineup, that they've given themselves another option and another way of competing against teams. When it gets to the playoffs, that will matter. I think they're a bored team. Now, you can say that they shouldn't be, but I think they look like they're bored.
I'm with Bud on this one. I think the biggest development here of the second half of the season is the fact that they did find another lineup. They're trying to come up with an answer to the small ball question, and that was the number one thing that I felt like they needed to do in the second half of the season. Look, the regular season can be a lot of things for a lot of different teams. For this team in the Eastern Conference, a team with championship aspirations, it's about gearing up for the postseason, finding lineups, finding rotations, finding something that you can use against the teams that you can truly measure yourself against. Not Boston, not Washington, none of those teams. It's Golden State. How do you beat Golden State?
Guys, there's 3 teams that can win a championship. The Cavs aren't going to play any of them until
There is a team in Toronto, you know that, right?
I never heard of them.